gotta be. You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it. Ask me how we got here, 'cause you don't know how. You say we're taking on water, yeah, we're sinking now. You're looking all concerned, like we're gonna drown. But we both know how to swim, no worries as we'll fall now. Let's take it slow, where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow, who cares where we gotta be. You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it. I drag you out your mind, and there are days I hate you, but baby, you're still mine. And then we have the best times, no matter what we do. And even when we don't, there's nobody I'd rather choose. Let's take it slow, where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it. Slow, where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow, who cares where we gotta be. You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me.
What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another World Cup watch-along. Today, we're doing the final last 16 clash between Portugal and Switzerland for a place in the World Cup quarter-finals, where the winner of today's game will take on Morocco, thanks to Morocco's 0-0 draw after extra time and 3-0 win on penalties over Spain. Cracking result for Morocco, and a great opportunity here for Portugal or Switzerland to join Morocco in the quarter-finals to see what happens from there. And I think Morocco, Switzerland and Portugal will all be rubbing their hands at the potential of making it through to the semi-final of the World Cup, where one of them teams will meet the winner of France versus England. So the World Cup definitely warming up. The big team news from today is Cristiano Ronaldo. He has been benched by Portugal. We will speak more about the teams and also my sponsor BetMate as we do crack on with this live watch along. So do make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, then do subscribe to my channel, press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. We are on that push now to 28k subscribers. We are only 5 subscribers away from that live subscriber count ticking over to 27,700 subs, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget as well to go and check out my social media links. They're in the description below and also on the yellow banner too. If you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram, my email also in the description below and on the yellow banner too. If you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries, do leave a thumbs up as well if you do enjoy this live watch along, aiming for at least 20 likes. So any help towards that would be much appreciated. We're only 12 away, so if we could hit that, then that would be absolutely brilliant. And also don't forget to go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by BetMate once more. BetMate's link is in the description. You can also use the QR code on screen. You can also use the link in the live chat. It'll take you to the download page to download the free BetMate app. It's much like fantasy football. However, it is gambling, so the normal UK rules do apply with gambling, including you have to be 18 or over to gamble. And if you are going to gamble, do gamble responsibly. And when the fun stops, stop. And you can get yourself £5 in free bets if you do sign up using code JSGC5. You have only got a couple of minutes to come and join the pot. So if you have got BetMate, then you are going to have to be quick. So my BetMate team today, I've got Costa in goal of Portugal. Defence made up of Dalot and Akanji. In midfield, I've got Bruno Fernandes, my captain, along with Xherdan Shaqiri. Up front, I've got vice-captain Joao Felix, along with Breel Embolo. On the bench, I've got Yann, Joao Cancelo, Granit Xhaka, and also Cristiano Ronaldo. That is my substitute bench for today. Like I said, you've got a minute to go and join the pot if you so wish. The pot is worth £750. It's a £5 entry fee. You can enter for free if you've used code JSGC5 on sign-ups. That will give you £5 in free bet, so you can join for free. There's 107 participants in this pot. I am one of them, hoping to build on the success of yesterday's pot in the Brazil-South Korea game, where I very nearly got placed in the top 30, paying for the top 30 here, so hopefully we can make that happen today. Unfortunately, we did have to end the live stream early yesterday, as it wasn't sending any notifications out. I was live yesterday, but it just went horribly wrong. Been in contact with YouTube, and I think we've got that sorted. We've got everyone tuning in. So Zaraki, hello, welcome, thank you for tuning in. T-Rex, hello, thank you very much for tuning in as well. And Juliet, thanks very much for tuning in once more too, much appreciated. Hopefully we're going to be in for a good game here. We're going to go through the teams now while we get the national anthem, as the pot has now closed for BetMate. Like I said, links in the description, also in the live chat if you want to go and check them out. So just going to get the teams up now. Not feeling the greatest today. I've got a little bit of a cough, can feel a sneeze coming on. Feel a bit stuffy and horrible. And we've got a big Arctic blast coming down as well very soon. So it's going to get very cold here in the UK very soon. And naturally, that means I'm going to get poorly. It always happens just before Christmas as well. Superb. We love it. We love it. Right, it's a 6 today. Right, that is Portugal's national anthem. Sorted near enough. Ready to go. Looking motivated. So the teams for today. Starting with Portugal, who made it through their group in first place from Group H with Uruguay, South Korea, and Ghana. Switzerland through in second place from Group G, along with Cameroon, Brazil, and Serbia, as we do get Switzerland's national anthem. So Portugal lining up today with Diogo Costa in goal. It's Diogo Dalot at right back and Raphael Guerreiro of Borussia Dortmund at left back. It's Pepe and Ruben Dias starting as centre back. Midfield today made up of William Carvalho, Otavio and Bernardo Silva of Manchester City. It's Bruno Fernandes of Manchester United on the right-hand side. Joao Felix going on the left-hand side. And it's Gonçalo Ramos starting as striker today for Portugal. Pepe captaining the side today. On the bench, they've got two goalkeepers. Rui Patricio, former Wolves goalkeeper. I think he's playing for Roma now. And Jose Sarr. Also got Antonio Silva, Joao Cancelo, Joao Mario, Ruben Neves, Vitina, Joao Paulina, Matheus Nunes, Ricardo Horta, Cristiano Ronaldo, Rafael Leao, and Andre Silva. Hoping we're going to see Rafael Leao come on, because Manchester City are scouting and having a look at him. So I've been impressed with what I've seen when he's made his cameo appearances. So it'll be interesting to see how he does in this game if he does come off the bench. Now, Switzerland, thank you very much, Zaraki. Thanks for your well wishes there and getting well soon. It's not even developed into a full cold yet, but you just feel it coming on. Winter, gotta love it. So Switzerland starting 11 today is Yann Sommer in goal. It's Edmilson Fernandes at right back, Ricardo Rodriguez at left back, centre back pairing of Fabian Schar and Manuel Akanji of Manchester City. Midfield three of Remo Freuler, Granit Xhaka and Jeribiel Sau. Right midfield is Xherdan Shaqiri. Left midfield is Ruben Vargas. And it's Breel Embolo leading the line for Switzerland today. Captain for Switzerland is Granit Xhaka of Arsenal. They've got three goalkeepers on the bench. It's Philip Cohn, Jonas Omlin and Gregor Kobel. Also on the bench for Switzerland today is Nico Elvedi, Ire Cormert, Fabian Rieder, Renato Stefan, Fabian Frey, Denis Zakaria, Michel Orbisha, Christian Fasnacht, Arden Jashari, Noah Okafor, and Haris Seferovic. I hope I've got his name correct there. Yeah, two good quality, high organised teams. I'm not anticipating this being a game full of goals. I don't think this is going to be a classic, but I am doing a live stream because I am available. I would probably, if I had a choice of doing the two live streams, I'd have probably gone with the Morocco-Spain game, and that finished 0-0, but I'd have probably gone with that one because I felt like there might have been a few more goals in that game, but finished 0-0, so what do I know? Hopefully this game will have goals. They'll spare us 30 minutes of extra time. I just don't see the point in extra time anymore. I like the Carabao Cup that they've got rid of extra time. It's just straight to penalties if it's level after 90 minutes and just skip out them 30 minutes because there's so much on the line, in particular at a World Cup. No team's going to risk trying to win the game to potentially lose the game and vice versa. I just don't see the point in it. If it's level after 90 minutes with the amount of added time they're putting on at this World Cup as well, send it straight to penalties, in my opinion. So we are nearly ready for kickoff here. As mentioned, leave a thumbs up. That'd be much appreciated. Now, 9 likes away from 20 likes. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. And do go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by BetMate. Links and details, they're all in the live chat in the description. You can also use my QR code on screen. We've got the countdown to kickoff. We're ready to go, and we do have kickoff here between Portugal and Switzerland in the last 16 of the Qatar World Cup. It is the final last 16 game. The next game to take place will be on Friday evening. That is when I'll be doing my next live watch along. Friday evening game. Let me have a look who it's going to be. Croatia take on Brazil in the afternoon. It's the Netherlands taking on Argentina. Will be my next live watch along on the 9th, Friday the 9th, going live. What times? Either 6:30 or 6:45 p.m. GMT here. Not decided. Depends how much time we've got. Then on Saturday, 3 o'clock, you've got Morocco taking on the winner of this game between Portugal and Switzerland, and we will be live an hour before kickoff, 6 p.m. GMT, Saturday night, the big one, France taking on England. Cannot wait. So the last game of the last 16 of the World Cup here, it's Portugal taking on Switzerland. Switzerland today playing in their white shirts, white shorts and white socks, in all white, attacking from left to right. Portugal playing in their familiar kit of the combination of red and green. So red shirts with a bit of green tint at the bottom of their shirts with green shorts and red socks. As Bernardo Silva on the left-hand side pushes Portugal forward, well inside the Switzerland half. An opportunity there potentially for Portugal to have put something into the box. They opt not to, and instead start centralising it to Pepe, captain today. So Portugal having a fair bit of the ball at the moment. Good cross-field pass to the left-hand side. Good pass as well. Joao Felix works it into the centre. Poor control from Bruno Fernandes. And it's cleared by Switzerland and out for a throw just inside the Switzerland half. There's Ricardo Rodriguez blocking off Bruno Fernandes there with his poor first touch. Portugal, though, do have control of the ball with a ball forward. Looked miles offside there, and the flag eventually does go up against Ramos up top today. Just about offside as well. It looked more offside than what I thought there. But in the end, offside is offside, and the flag goes up. So Embolo's gone down for Switzerland, which is just past the touchline with a collision. He felt like he'd got it hit in the face there by Ruben Dias. His arm was slightly high there from Ruben Dias. Nothing malice in it. No malice in it, and out for a throw into Portugal. Good evening, Mixed. Thank you for tuning in. I'm just going to grab a drink because my mouth is incredibly dry and it feels horrid. As my cactus have started to develop their white spots from before. And I'm not sure if you can make it out actually. I did have 4. It now became 2 because 2 of them died and then 2 are dead as well. So this weekend I will sort that, and the cactuses will be no more, unfortunately, till I get some new ones. When I've got a bit of spare time and spare money for my background, I'll get some new ones. So here's Portugal working the ball backwards. Sent long by the keeper. Intercepted by Switzerland. And then Embolo's, he's taking a heavy touch. He's still got control of the ball, and the shot comes in, and Pepe sticks a foot out, gets the block, and out for a corner. First corner of the game. And it's Embolo causing the problems for Switzerland. Always been impressed with Breel Embolo. Always rated him. I think he's a good player. So a corner here. Akanji's forward. Schar's forward. It's getting worked here by Switzerland. Cross comes in. Dealt with by Portugal. And the referee's going to give a free kick there as well. The Football Manager wonder kid, Breel Embolo. Good quality player. They use real-life scouting systems, though, so it's no wonder they get things correct. Not just pot luck. Checking my bonsai. Make sure my bonsai's alright. My bonsai looks alright. Do I think Portugal is better off with Ronaldo benched? It's a big call. It is a big call. I mean, there's so much limelight around Ronaldo. Has he passed his sell-by date? Apparently closing in on a move to Al Nassr, where he's going to be paid £200 million a year. Yeah, it still felt like he could compete at the European level, Champions League level, and not to be for Cristiano Ronaldo. And I find it incredible, the decline of Ronaldo over the last 16 months. He was very close to joining Manchester City last August. Very close. City were working on the deal with Juventus. They'd asked the questions. Ronaldo had given the answer, and the answer was, if they can make it happen, he's happy to join. He made the wrong move. Really did make the wrong move. I think Ronaldo's at a point where he's following the money, and I don't blame him. 37 years old, probably got another 3 or 4 years left of his game. I thought this move might have come in maybe another year or two. Once he gets right near his 40s, he might do maybe 2 or 3 seasons of big money somewhere, Japan, Middle East, somewhere like that. He's gone a season or 2 early, but it might just be to get away from the limelight, and he might go and do maybe one final season in Europe with his boyhood club Sporting, maybe when he comes back in maybe 2 or 3 seasons time. Maybe he gets paid a lot of money. One last bankroll means he doesn't have to work or do anything, and be no pressure on him for once this is done. And if I'm Ronaldo, if I'm getting paid £200 million a year, I'm for a 2-year contract, it's £400 million. Taking that to the bank, you're going to want as much of that not being taxed as possible. And he's an asset. So, just maybe Ronaldo's not at that level that Portugal or the top European clubs are looking for anymore, and that's why he's not on the bench. His attitude's also come into question. He's a big game player. He's a player that comes with a lot of demand. There'll be a lot of people in that stadium today watching this game because they want to watch Cristiano Ronaldo play football. And maybe it's overshadowing. And I'd say the physical demands of football probably catching up with Ronaldo roundabout now. But that's okay, in my opinion. That's okay. It happens, age. I'd have had a lot of respect if Ronaldo had walked away from Manchester United and walks away from Portugal. Once the World Cup comes to an end and Portugal either win the World Cup or they're knocked out, I'd have a lot of respect if he wanted to protect his legacy and just retired, rather than try and tarnish it. We'll see. I've got a feeling he's going to follow the money, though. Big gamble. Excuse me. On a starry night. Welcome, thank you for coming in and tuning in. Going with a Switzerland win today. Backing them to make it to the quarterfinals and play against Morocco on Saturday afternoon. As a cross comes in from Switzerland, it's too deep and out of play. Switzerland made a good start here, growing into the game. Portugal don't look like they're on it yet. I've got a feeling this is going to be a very close game. I'm hoping there's going to be goals. 2-1 is what my heart's telling me. There's going to be some goals. I've got a feeling we might be in for another 0-0. We'll be snuck away with a 1-0. If I think that there is to be a winner in 90 minutes today. And a back 1-0. Portugal faffing around at the back, struggling with their distribution. Surprising having Ruben Dias at the back that they're struggling. Plays for Manchester City. Shouldn't be struggling with ball distribution out from the back. And like I said, Switzerland, to me, look like the better team here in the first 11 minutes. Ricardo Rodriguez sends the ball to the right-hand side. There's too much on it to Fernandes, and it's out of play for a throw into Portugal, just inside their own half. They send it backwards. Here is Ruben Dias now. Being worked through the centre. Bernardo Silva. That's worked nicely to the right-hand side, but there's too much on that, and Ricardo Rodriguez will cut that one off. Not the greatest clearance from Yann in goal for Switzerland, and Portugal will win the ball back just inside the Switzerland half. They're working it backwards. Here's Bernardo Silva. He said a couple of days ago that he feels most comfortable playing in a deeper role, sitting next to the defensive midfielder, and that's a position he feels most comfortable with, and that's a position he'd like to explore more at Manchester City, sitting next to Rodri, that he can sit deeper, help out the defence. Feels like he's got a lot to offer, feels like he's good enough with the ball. He wants to sit in then deeper roles and make things happen. So if that is the case, that gives a little bit more freedom to the likes of Kevin De Bruyne. And it may potentially be why Manchester City are so insistent on getting Ilkay Gundogan onto a new deal, because you can rotate Bernardo Silva with Gundogan. We've got Calvin Phillips that can rotate with Rodri. The missing piece really is Kevin De Bruyne, and the most concerning comments he's made during the World Cup has been the Belgium aging squad, the feeling the age. And obviously Kevin De Bruyne going into his 30s now. I'm wondering if he's starting to feel like his legs might be going in the next season or two. He's always going to be a good ball distributor. He's always going to be a good person to cross the ball. He's always going to be good sitting in the heart of Manchester City's midfield, because in terms of physical demand on an ageing player, in Pep Guardiola's system, it's going to work. That's why Xavi and Iniesta managed to go for so many years. Wasn't that physically demanding? As long as you're good with the ball at your feet, you will work well in midfield. But Manchester City might be thinking long-term, going for an upcoming prospect that they're going to have to pay top dollar for, a Jude Bellingham or an Enzo Fernandez, and embed them in over the next 3 or 4 seasons. And then when the point comes where De Bruyne might leave Manchester City, because it may well get to that point, I reckon Manchester City will be thinking long-term. They'll be thinking throughout this next 10 years, this next decade, who is this new spine of Manchester City players going to be? And if you're looking in towards the future, then players like Kevin De Bruyne, more than likely in 5 seasons' time or so, won't be at Manchester City anymore. But Man City have more than got their money's worth out of De Bruyne, brought him for £55 million. They're probably going to get a good 10 years of service out of him for an excellent football player, which I'm hoping will at some point win the Champions League, because to me, players like Kevin De Bruyne deserve to win the biggest prizes of them all, and the only thing missing from City's trophy cabinet is that Champions League trophy, and it was a massive shame that our former spine, who in my opinion deserved to lift that Champions League trophy as well, never got to do it. So the likes of Kun Aguero, Joe Hart, Pablo Zabaleta, Vincent Kompany, David Silva, Yaya Toure. It's a massive shame that never happened, so I'm hoping that's not going to be the case for our current spine that we've got, that if that doesn't happen. So I'm talking players like Kevin De Bruyne, like Ilkay Gundogan. I can add Fernandinho to the previous list as well, because these players are getting no younger. Riyad Mahrez is another. And we've got a really fine balance. There's a big gap in the squad between young and old. And that's where Man City, I think, are having a look at their transfer business. Any player that's to be brought in, I've always said will be under the age of, will be 23 and under. I would say right now that City probably looking towards the latter parts of teenagers to 20, 21 years old, which is why they brought Haaland in. Bringing in someone like Bellingham probably would be worthwhile for City to pay top dollar for. Obviously, 150 million euros is a lot of money, but I'm sure some kind of package, some kind of player exchange for a player they might be interested in, one or two of the high-quality, decent youth academy prospects could be added. We've got good relations with Dortmund. You could bring that price right down. Installments could work. Fans are getting a Mexican wave going. They're bored already. Well, they're in 16 minutes. Amazes me in all the press area and the hospitality areas and the VIP areas. They're always so quiet, empty seats. A massive shame. It's a World Cup last 16 prime time match. Portugal Switzerland. What is it, 40-odd thousand? It holds the stadium. It should be full, in my opinion. Portugal breaking into the box. Bernardo squares it across. It's cleared well by Switzerland. Boy Racer, thanks very much for tuning in, making some interesting comments there in terms of the squad and having a look at fullbacks. Davis would be brilliant. Oh, that's a cracking goal, Portugal. That's a brilliant, brilliant goal. And the decision to drop Ronaldo is correct. That is a cracking finish. Most of the stadium didn't even know that went into the back of the net. The player took that on that quickly with the shot. That is a brilliant finish into the roof of the net. Past Yann Sommer, and it's 1-0. Need to see a replay of that one. Just twists, turns Ramos onto his left foot and fires that into the roof of the net. So the throw-in came in. It's Felix. Makes the pass. Takes one touch, goes for the near post. Yann Sommer shouldn't be getting beaten at his near post, but it's a good finish. It's the pace, it's the power, it's the precision that really does Sommer there. And into the back of the net. It's a great finish. Hits the inside of the post. Yann Sommer's very disappointed to be beaten there. It's a good goal from Portugal, but a disappointing one for Switzerland to concede. 1-0 Portugal lead then. Goal given. Ronaldo looks on. I've not got Ramos in my bet mate, much to my detriment, but I've got Felix, and he's got an assist, so that's not so bad. So Boy Racer mentions Hakimi and Davis. Now, Hakimi's looked very good for Morocco in the World Cup so far. Looks a decent player. Not sure I see City going for him, but I do agree, get things shored up. Kyle Walker getting no younger. Left backs always looked a bit iffy. They're two positions that have kind of been neglected from City since we've spent £50 million on Benjamin Mendy, £55 million on Joao Cancelo in that swap deal with Danilo, and £50 million on Kyle Walker. We've not really invested too much in fullbacks since. Zinchenko was brought in for cheap. Sergio Gomez has been brought in for cheap. But to me, these are squad players. In terms of first 11 and shoring things up, not quite there. I'm happy we have a goal. I'm very happy. And Boy Racer, I do agree, when we got to the final of the Champions League, I thought this is our time, and it's not to be. I'm extremely confident, should we reach another Champions League final, it'll be second time lucky. They'll learn them lessons. Hopefully that'll be this season. We've got Haaland. Julia, I've seen that story. I didn't choose to address it in my transfer update, mainly because it's just a load of nonsense. City have spent a lot of money on Jack Grealish. They're not going to let Jack Grealish go after a couple of seasons. I can see Jack Grealish being at City for at least another 2 or 3 seasons before City even contemplate looking towards the market, even if it's not working, just due to the volume of money that's been spent by the club. And Haaland was chased, to make a very interesting point there, Zaraki, that he was chased and there was a lot of interest in Haaland, and Manchester City won that race to make that happen as Portugal are in again here. Can they get the square ball across? They can, but it's not a very good ball. Here's Bernardo Silva now. Works it to the right-hand side. Portugal on top here. They'll be pushing here to try and get that killer second goal. Puts you in a very strong position. England managed to do it. Brazil have. France, Argentina, Netherlands have all managed that. And another shot comes in, and it's a good clean connection there. Just hit into the ground. Otavio it was with the ball, with the shot. Not quite there. Switzerland in a bit of bother. Ruben Dias puts the ball out for a throw-in, trying to find the back heel. Breel Embolo's moaning once more. Boy Racer, I agree. It's coming. You can feel it coming for Manchester City. These last 16 and quarter-final appearances have turned into semi-finals and finals, and the next step beyond that now is regular appearances in the final and winning it. As Portugal are in again, and a weak shot comes in. Bruno Fernandes crying for the ball there. Wanted it, doesn't get it. Not the cleanest of hits from Ramos. Can understand why he's gone for goal. He's confident from his goal that he just scored before. Switzerland in a bit of bother. Akanji, though, calming things down, working the ball for Switzerland, and they've got a bit of possession inside the Portugal half here as well, as we're closing in on 20 likes now. Just 3 likes to go. So any help towards that would be much appreciated. Subscribe as well if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Do go and check out today's video sponsor, BetMate 2. The link to that's in the description below and also in the live chat. Let's head on to BetMate. See how we're doing. So at the Mo, I am in 64th place with my vice captain Joao Felix helping me on 16.5 points. We are 10.5 points away from first place. Assume they've got Captain Ramos. No, they've got Captain Bernardo Silva. Having Ramos in your team would help. No one's gone with Captain Ramos. That would have been the risk that could have been played. And that's how to play for a throw-in to Portugal. So it could be a very open pot, this one. Which I'm hoping I'll be able to do all right in. I seem to have more success with the city pots than I do these international ones, which shows where my level of expertise is. As Fabian Schar's gone down in a bit of pain, so the physios are on. Not sure where the pain is. But they've got the subs warming up. And Akanji might need a new partner if Schar can't continue. As Manchester City have returned to training this week. They are now in Abu Dhabi for their warm weather training camp. Erling Haaland has travelled, Sergio Gomez, Riyad Mahrez, Rico Lewis, Cole Palmer, Stefan Ortega Moreno, Scott Carson, all first team players that have travelled with Manchester City. I'm going to presume that the players that have been at the World Cup are going to be given an extended period of time away. So that'll be De Bruyne and Ilkay Gundogan would be the first players to join up, but I presume that they won't be expected to join up for maybe another 10 days to 2 weeks, because I presume City are going to give them a rested period of time off. In fact, I'd probably be tempted to leave them away for at least another. Well, what, the World Cup semi-finals are in a week. So I'd definitely be giving them another week off, have a holiday, sit back, relax. I mean, Erling Haaland's put on a little bit of timber. He's been enjoying himself. He's got himself a nice tan, nice mid-season break for him. He'll come in, put in the hard work over the next 3 weeks. I'm sure he'll be shredded in no time. I think if I'm Manchester City, De Bruyne and Gundogan, I'd be getting back into training and back up to speed. Hopefully ready for the Liverpool game. Certainly, if not ready for then, there's an extra 6 days before we play against Leeds United. So if they don't make it back for Liverpool, it's not the end of the world. The Carabao Cup, I won't be surprised to see Liverpool and or Manchester City potentially chuck the trophy. I imagine both teams will want to take it serious enough. They want to get the players back up to speed as quickly as possible. In an ideal world, you'd have wanted that game played in January, or Man City to have a more straightforward match. And I'm sure Liverpool would be saying the same, but that's how it is. So if it means we have to make a sacrifice with it, then you've got to make that sacrifice, in my opinion. So we're 27 minutes in here. Portugal lead by 1-0, and as it stands, Portugal would go through to the quarterfinals, and they would set up a match on Saturday afternoon between them and Morocco. Morocco have the chance to make history and become the first ever African team to reach the semi-final. The closest was Ghana back in 2010, and that Luis Suarez handball and penalty missed by Asamoah Gyan before Ghana went on to lose the penalty shootout against Uruguay in the 2010 World Cup quarter-final, meant that there's still not had an African team reach the semi-final of the World Cup ever. So Morocco have got the chance, and as it stands, it's Portugal that they would meet in the quarter-final, and if Morocco win that game, then history would be made, and what a story that would be. Morocco, of course, bidding to try and host the 2030 World Cup, as Embolo makes a really powerful run here. Great work from Breel Embolo, and gets a free kick for Switzerland. Steaming forward there, Embolo. Ruben Dias got a handful to deal with Breel Embolo. A real handful. But as it is, Switzerland have got an opportunity here from this free kick to... It's in a really awkward position. 40 yards out from goal. It's central, so it's difficult to work a ball into the box. Too far out to have a shot, you would think, and even if you forgot it on target, you'd be hoping for the keeper to flap or make a mistake. It'd be a cracking hit if you could put your foot through it and find the top corner, but they're getting a wall lined up in case that does happen. To me, it's a bit far out. What else can you do? Looks like they're lining up for the shot. Are they just going to have a shot on target and players are going to run onto it and hope that the keeper spills it, maybe? So shot's going to come in. Oh, it was a good effort from Xherdan Shaqiri. It's wide of Costa's goal. Scrambling down. It looked like he was trying to find the bottom corner. There was a little gap in the wall. Went up and down, and I think the keeper got fingers onto that. Yeah, it's a corner. to Switzerland. Shaqiri to take. Keeper didn't want to take any chances. This match is in Lusail. So this is the 80,000 seater stadium. Shaqiri to take. Whips it in. Headed clear. Julia, they were very cool. There were some good penalties in there. Spain's penalties were as poor as Japan's yesterday. And poor penalties means you're gonna go out. Don't we know it? We don't want any penalty shootouts involving England. We've got a big job against France on Saturday night. EFL's clubs have started to bring their kickoffs forward. I think one of my favourite bits of shithousing that I've seen has come from Newport County playing a match against Doncaster Rovers in Newport, which is in Wales. And Newport have said to Doncaster, they've requested the game be brought forward to give their travelling fans, enough time to get back and make it for kickoff for the England-France match. Newport County have said, no, the game kicks off at 3. Which Doncaster are not happy about. And to be fair, if it was vice versa, we'd be doing the same. And it's Portugal then coming forward. Joao Felix on the left-hand side. Whipped on him with his right foot and flicked on by Schar and out for a corner. That was a risky flick on past his own post. Could have easily been an own goal. Sommer rooted to the spot. He's lucky there. Very lucky. So corner Portugal. 32 minutes in. Portugal lead by 1-0. Bruno Fernandes goes over to take. Whipped in. Header 1, 2-0, Pepe. Fantastic header. It's the captain with the goal. It's an assist for Bruno Fernandes from the corner. And it's as simple as that. Portugal on their way. Switzerland in a lot of bother here. One more Portugal goal and this game is done. This tie is done. 2-0 Portugal lead. It's a good corner. It's a good header from Pepe. Leaps above everyone else. It's a powerful header into the bottom corner. And just like that, Portugal are 2 up and on the verge of the quarterfinals and a match with Morocco on Saturday afternoon. There is the potential of the Ronaldo-Messi final. Cracking header that from Pepe. Pepe's first international goal in 4 years is the second oldest World Cup goal scorer. How old is Pepe? Been going on forever. He's 39. He turns 40 in 2 months. Turns 40 in 2 months' time, Pepe. Does look like Akanji's going to be coming home. Going to be joining Laporte. Both of them could well be in contention for Manchester City for our match against Leeds United after Christmas. And Portugal here have got the chance to wrap this up. Felix in the penalty area. Ball gets put in. There's nobody there. Should be a free kick. Ramos goes down. Can't believe a free kick's not been given. And throwing given to Switzerland. Referee says, get up. So 10 minutes to go before half time, and Switzerland will just be thinking to themselves, get that goal. Get back in this game. Because at the moment, they're in a lot of bother. And Portugal are running away with this. Group leaders from Group H. Convincingly winning and looking all right. Switzerland started the first 15 minutes, in my opinion, looking the better team. Breel Embolo was causing some real problems. But as soon as Portugal found that first goal, they've really found their feet. They look like a good counter-attacking team. They look like a well-organised, well-drilled team. Would have been a very interesting match had they played Spain, because Spain had the ability to play their way in and around, but they've got a ferocious Morocco team to compete with, where they're going to bring a lot of fans, Morocco, a lot of fans for that game on Saturday. So that's an exciting game. Looking forward to seeing that. And then England's turn Saturday night, big one against France. It's either France, England, or Netherlands, Argentina, really, the pick of the quarterfinals. Probably say France, England's probably the pick. Really looking forward to that game. And then England's going to be taking on Portugal or Morocco, you would think. So, this World Cup really starting to warm up now. We've got through all the nitty-gritty, and we're down to the latter stages, the exciting part of the World Cup. Chance for a hero to be made, chance for you to become zero as well. Famous moments, Zidane's headbutt, Beckham's sending off. Ronaldo, when he got the nickname Winker back in 2006 with Wayne Rooney. Disallowed goals. Legendary World Cup moments. They happen at the latter stages, and we're in them now. Switzerland then send the ball forward to the right-hand side. Fernandes is there, whipped across and not dealt with. And what's the keeper doing there? A shot comes in, it's sent miles over the top of the crossbar. What is the keeper doing there? So Fernandes drills the ball across, dealt with by... I apologise to the keeper. It makes a very good save. Drilled across, it just rebounds right up. And tries to head it in. And he makes a good save, a good stop. It looked like he'd flat. And I think Portugal's got a free kick. They have. So Portugal and Switzerland, they both had 4 attempts each. 2 on target for Switzerland, but 4 on target for Portugal. And the cracking finish from Ramos for the first, and a good header from Pepe for the second is the difference here at the moment. Just going to check my bet, mate. How are we looking? So 38.5 points is the leader. I'm on 26.5. In 52nd, Captain Fernandes getting me 10 points. Bernardo Silva finds a pass. Here's Pepe. Sent long, not a good ball forward, dealt with by Switzerland. And they want a free kick, and they're going to get a free kick. 5 minutes to go, plus whatever's to be added on for the first half. And here's Switzerland coming forward. They could do with finding a goal before half-time, really. And give Portugal something to think about. On the other side, can't afford to concede before half-time either. 3-0 and this game's dead. And giving the ball away in dangerous areas like that isn't going to help the cause. There's Joao Felix. Works it to the right-hand side. Here is Bruno Fernandes with a cross that's not very good. It's deep and out for a goal kick. He apologises for his bad ball in. And out for a goal kick. Is Shaqiri. Sends the ball down the line towards Embolo. Ruben Dias gets his head onto it and gets it clear. Not sure he wanted to take that touch then, but he did. Here is Akanji. Works it to Fabian Schar. Akanji once more. Gets it to Fernandes. Akanji. Good work this by Switzerland. Shaqiri's got a runner on the left. Uses the runner. Ball gets squared back across. It's a terrible ball into the box. Portugal can get a foot onto it and they can bring this away. Joao Felix is taken out by Schar, but Brazil have got 3 players further forward here. Oh, that's a beautiful ball. Surely, what a save from Yann Sommer. And the flag's gone up, I think. Or has it? I think a yellow card's been shown to Fabian Schar for the tackle. I don't think a flag has gone up. That is a cracking save from Yann Sommer. Ramos couldn't find the finish, and Yann Sommer he goes low with an effort, and Sommer gets fingers onto it to tip it wide. Should have scored. But corner here for Portugal. They scored off the last one. Pepe forward. Here's Bernardo Silva. Worked out, and cross comes in. It's deep. Pepe wins the header, and there's a bit of a mix-up, and Portugal get a foot onto it, and eventually Embolo can put it out for a throw-in to Portugal. And this game really livening up just before half-time. Akanji and Sommer getting in each other's way. Portugal still got hold of the ball. Pepe. Goes back to Costa. In goal. Sent long. Header won by Ramos. Portugal can have the ball. Fernandes now to Felix. Fernandes. Felix once more. Bernardo Silva. So 25 seconds to go till we go into whatever's going to be added on here. Oh, Joao Felix with a lovely bit of dribbling. Here's Joao Felix. Fernandes. Looked like he was going to go himself then. Tries to chip one in towards Felix, but Akanji's going to get it clear. 4 minutes added on. Portugal looked good. It's like yesterday Brazil looked good. It's like the day before England found their feet, looked good. France looked good. Netherlands looked decent. Argentina looked a bit iffy. Morocco's got a brilliant result. Croatia came through against Japan. One of them teams that I've just mentioned are going to go on to become world champions in less than 2 weeks. First of 4 minutes then. Poor pass to Xherdan Shaqiri from Embolo. I'm tired. That's out of play for a goal kick. 3 minutes remaining then of the first half. Dias to Pepe. Just send a long ball forward. They are through Pepe. And needed dealing with. And out for a corner. So the corner's been worked to the centre here by Portugal. A shot comes in from Guerreiro, Raphael Guerreiro. Went over the top of the crossbar. No danger to Sommer's goal. And it looks like Switzerland are going to make it into half-time. At least, worst case scenario, 2-0 down. The killer 2-goal cushion. And what Portugal need is that killer third. That third goal ends the match. That's a good ball in towards Shaqiri, but it's just a little bit too much from Vargas's pass. I like the ball data that you get. The ball that was scored by Ramos went at over 100 kilometers per hour. I said it was just absolutely whacked right in. It was a good finish. Past Sommer, who never really reacted, but in my opinion shouldn't be getting beat at his near post. I think he's expecting a ball to come across. And he's just wrong-footed and doesn't react. I think the half-time whistle has gone there. It is half-time. Portugal lead by 2-0. That half definitely belonged to Portugal. And work for Switzerland to do so. We're going to go through the stats. We're going to go through the scores from earlier today. We'll draw up some conclusions. So, stats. 53% possession for Portugal. With 6 shots, 5 on target. That 1 shot off target from Raphael Guerreiro just before half-time. Clinical from Portugal. 47% possession for Switzerland. 4 shots, 2 on target. No goals. In the important moments, they haven't had enough Switzerland about them to challenge Costa's goal too much. And because of the clinicalness of Portugal from the finish from Ramos and the header from Pepe, it's beyond Switzerland right now. What I will say is in the second half, The next goal is very important because if Switzerland find it, well back in this game. However, Portugal find it, match is done, and it's done and dusted. In terms of passes, 264 passes for Portugal, 234 passes for Switzerland. Pretty close in possession, pretty close in distribution there as well. Portugal, though, just had a bit more creativity, created a couple of clear-cut chances. They've had more corners and they've put their opportunities away. Well, Portugal have had 2 offsides compared with 1 for Switzerland. In terms of defensive stats, no block shots for Portugal. However, have won 7 tackles, 8 aerial duels compared with Switzerland's 1 block shot, 2 tackles and 5 aerial duels won. So defensively showing that they are more than capable of competing there, Portugal. 3 saves for Yann to make, 1 save for Costa to make for Portugal. And in terms of discipline, 5 fouls won by Portugal, 3 by Switzerland, with 1 yellow card being shown in the game, and that has gone to Switzerland, and that's to Fabian Schar for a challenge on Joao Felix. But most important stat is it's Portugal 2, Switzerland 0. Goals coming from Gonçalo Ramos on 17 minutes and Pepe on 33 minutes. And at half-time here in this last 16 clash at the Qatar 2022 World Cup, it's Portugal 2, Switzerland 0. Now, moving on to today's video sponsor, BetMate. Link in the description and also in the live chat. If you want to go and check that out, that would be much appreciated. BetMate running their latest pot from this game. I'm on 28.5 points in 56th place out of 109 players. So mid-table from me at the moment. Vice-captain Joao Felix getting me 7.5 points at the moment. Captain Bruno Fernandes too getting me 12 points. Nothing really from anybody else. Dalot's got me 5 points, which is all right, but nothing else really to inform of that's of importance. The lead is on 40 points, so I'm 11.5 points away. Seems fairly tight in the middle pack there for this pot. So a big second half come in to see who could be separated from those at the top and from the rest of the chasing pack. We'll see. Hopefully I can be part of the top group and not the chasing pack. But at the moment, not looking too great. Could do with Embolo, Shaqiri, Akanji maybe getting involved a little bit more. Got them in my team. Not really done anything. Combined between them, they've scored 2 points for them 3 players, which is where it's going wrong for me at this moment in time. So we're going to go through the scores from around the grounds. Earlier today, you had Morocco take on Spain. That finished 0-0 after 90 minutes, went to extra time. No goals were to be found in extra time. Went to the lottery of penalties like the Japan game did yesterday when they took on Croatia. Japan's penalties weren't very good and they went out. And today, Spain's penalties weren't very good and they've been knocked out by Morocco. Morocco, from their 4 penalties, scored 3 goals with 1 miss. However, Spain, from their 3 attempts, missed all 3. And because of that, Morocco progressed through to the quarterfinals of the World Cup on penalties, beating Spain by 3-0 on penalties. After extra time, the game finished 0-0. Here in the this match between Portugal and Switzerland, it is currently Portugal 2, Switzerland 0 at half-time. There's a couple of games taking place in the National League. You've got Boreham Wood taking on Oldham. 5 minutes in is 0-0. And you've also got Halifax Town taking on Dorking Wanderers, which is also 0-0. In the National League North, Curzon Ashton 0, Darlington 0, Farnsley Celtic 0, Kingsland Town 0, Hereford 0, Chorley 0, Kettering Town 0, Gloucester City 0, Leamington 0, Brackley Town 0, Scarborough Athletic 0, Peterborough Sports 0, and Spennymoor Town 0, Boston United 0. In the National League South, Braintree 0, Oxford City 0, Chestnut 0, Cheshunt 0, Dover Athletic 0, Dulwich Hamlet 0, Chelmsford City 0, Hemel Hempstead Town 0, Bath City 0, Slough Town 2, Concord Rangers 0, Tunbridge Angels 1, Eastbourne Borough 0, Welling United 0, Farnborough 0, and Worthing 0, Ebbsfleet United 0 is all just ended up kicking off in the National League in non-league today. There's also been a pre-season match taking place. Galatasaray taking on Villarreal, which was a very entertaining game, finishing Galatasaray 3, Villarreal 4. So there we go. That is the scores from around the grounds. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up. We're in for 20 likes, 3 likes away. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. Subscribe as well if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. Do go and check out today's video sponsor as well, BetMate. Link in the description, also in the live chat, and you can use the QR code on screen if you want to go and download the BetMate app. Social media links in the description below and also on the yellow banner too if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below and on the yellow banner too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships or any videos or any general business inquiries. Throw out any questions in the live chat as well. I can see Mixid's put a comment there. Putting what do I think of Gabriel Jesus' injury, plus the potential effect on Arsenal in the title race? Very interesting question. Firstly, speedy recovery to Gabriel Jesus. Fond memories of his time at Manchester City. Wouldn't wish an injury on any player, let alone Gabriel Jesus. He's a very nice man, and a speedy recovery there. Hopefully the injury isn't too bad, but Fabrizio Romano has reported it's expected to be months, not weeks. We're talking 2-3 months out injured, which means Jesus might not be back until late February, maybe even into March, which could be, as Mixid says there, have a potential effect on Arsenal's title push in the title race, with Manchester City lagging behind, 5 points behind Arsenal. We've got some work to do when we get back after Christmas. It's all about Manchester City and what points we can pick up. It is going to have an effect. Arsenal have got lots of games coming up. Jesus has suited them down to the ground and how Arteta has them playing. So what's important here now is Arsenal try and keep the rest of their squad injury free, because 2 or 3 more injuries to their squad and all of a sudden it looks depleted. They haven't got the depth there to compete across lots of fronts for trophies, and the Premier League is a marathon, not a sprint. It's a very difficult trophy to win. Manchester City always find a bit of form somewhere. 8-10 game winning streak in a row. If and when that comes is when the pressure will get put onto Arsenal. Manchester City now, a good time for us to start finding some wins. We've got a very difficult schedule coming up in the Premier League. Our first 5 games coming back after the international break. Just for the Premier League, reads as, if my memory serves me right, Leeds United away from home, Everton at home. We then follow that up into 2023, Chelsea away. We've got Chelsea in the Cup at home, Manchester United away, and we've also got Tottenham Hotspur at home. We've got Tottenham Hotspur away, Arsenal away coming up as well in February, Wolves at home sandwiched between as well as FA Cup matches against Chelsea and beyond if City make it past the 3rd round, Carabao Cup matches if we make it past Liverpool as well. Big fixture congestion coming up, so City got some work to do. Just have a look at Arsenal's fixtures actually, see who they've got first 5 games coming back after the World Cup end. So they've got a couple of pre-season friendlies. They've got Lyon, Milan and Juventus, helping them trying to find a bit of form. Arsenal's schedule doesn't look too gruelling on them though. Boxing Day, West Ham at home, Brighton away on New Year's Eve, Newcastle at home on the 3rd of January, Oxford away in the Cup, Spurs away is difficult, United at home on the 22nd, and then Everton away on the 4th of February is their fixtures. So some challenges in there and also some very winnable fixtures. Bit of a mixed bag if you ask me, but work for Arsenal to do, work for Manchester City to do. City want to win the Premier League though. They need to find them wins before they even start looking at Arsenal, and our focus has to be Leeds United away from home. Win that game, we'll move on to our home match against Everton and work it like that and go from there. I'm confident if City can win the first 2 or 3 coming back after the international break in the Premier League, then that will be enough to put some pressure onto Arsenal and we'll start clawing some points back. But we will see. So I've got some very quick halftime entertainment for you guys to enjoy for the next few minutes. It is provided by my partner channel, Mixid, who's just been interacting with me there. Go and check him out. Link is in the description. Go and like and subscribe. This is the Wolf Bite Shot, which is your halftime entertainment. Sit back, relax, go get yourself a snack, go get yourself a drink like I am, and I'll see you soon.
What's going on guys, Mixid here, back again for another Halloween drinks shot video. And today's shot video guys, to celebrate Halloween, is the Wolf Bite, as I will show you this fascinating shot. So to build the shot guys, we are using a cocktail shaker, so it requires a tin shaker for this one. So get your tin shaker and put in 45 ice cubes. So the first tin shaker guys is 15ml or half an ounce of Midori melon liqueur. So next thing to shaker, guys, is this bad boy. It's absinthe. It's dangerous, but we love it on this channel. 7.5ml or 1/4 of an ounce of absinthe. I'm using Laffy. Give it a little bit of a kick. And last, 30ml or 1 ounce of pineapple juice. So put your lid on, give it a bang, and now shake for 8 to 10 seconds to get nice and chill. So what you want to do, guys, is get a tall shot glass for this. Give this a bang. Straight into it. Beautiful, isn't it? Just look at that luminous green colour. But that's not the end of this shot. So crack open your soda, lemon lime soda. I'm using Sprite. And just to add a little bit of drizzle. There we go. And now for the beautiful effect of grenadine. So think of it like the brain hemorrhage shot. It's always a cramp loser. And just look at that nice effect. And there we go, my friends. 1 wolf bite shot. How does it taste? So, cheers. Happy Halloween, everyone. The wolf bite. Very deceiving, man. Very, very deceiving. Really, really nice. But it gives you that little bit of kick with the absinthe. That creeps up on you. That bit is really, really nice. I really rate it. Give that a solid 9 out of 10. I certainly could do plenty of those. Wow, that's deceiving. But that, guys, has been the wolf bite shot. What do you guys think of it? Do let me know in the comments below, as I'm on the road to 2K. So don't forget to like and subscribe, as always, to Mixed. If you want to see more Halloween cocktails, Halloween drinks, shots, anything in your imagination, or if there's anything I've not done on this channel, just let me know what you want to see on this channel for Halloween. If there's any fantastic cocktails that I've missed, or if you want to see on this channel, just let me know. But I've been Mixed. This has been the wolf bite shot, as I will see you guys for my next Halloween drink or cocktail video. But have a nice day, and I will see you next time. Cheers.
Get the UV light on it.
We have a lot of fun on this channel.
Thank you very much there to Mixed for providing today's half-time entertainment. Good timing there. The players are out, ready for the second half. If you want to go check out Mixed, his link is in the description. Go and like and subscribe. That would be much appreciated. Wait for the referee to blow his whistle. Portugal attack from left to right. Switzerland from right to left. Waiting for the whistle to go. Still waiting for the whistle to go. And there we go. Whistle does go. Now we can start the second half. Big second half coming up here for Switzerland. As we're now up to 20 likes. Cheers. 20 likes. Decent. Let's aim for 30 now. Let's keep pushing. So it's ball sent forward there from Switzerland. Dealt with by Pepe. Julie, you most certainly can buy absinthe. As Pass goes back to Yann Sommer from Ricardo Rodriguez at the tightest of angles, and flirting pass forward there from Akanji. Was teasing Joao Felix. Good point being made by the commentator. I've not really spoke that Joao Cancelo has been dropped. He's not been great for Portugal. And gone with Dalot at right back ahead of Joao Cancelo. And Cancelo obviously can cover at left back as well. And obviously not gone with him. So some big calls have been made. Referee's halting play. As Switzerland gets back underway. And given away. And here's Bernardo Silva. Driving forward. Cross comes in. Blocked by the head of Manuel Akanji. Gets one in the ear. And Bernardo has a little tease at Akanji there. City teammates, of course. As Ruben Dias, Akanji's partner, comes forward for Portugal. Pepe forward once more. Rodriguez and Embolo got some defending to do here. It's Bernardo Silva that's going to take this corner. Put into the box. Header won by Portugal and works its way to the back post, and Switzerland can get a foot onto it and get it clear. Dalot will mop that up. And Costa receives the ball for Portugal. He sends this long towards Fernandes. Header won by Akanji. Here is Fernandes. His ball forward not very good and cut off by Ruben Dias for Portugal. Oviedo now. Here's Ruben Dias. His pass not controlled by Bruno Fernandes. Big scream in the stadium. That's because Ronaldo's up and warming up. Here's Embolo. He's dispossessed. Oviedo is the one that dispossesses, and Fernandes drives Portugal forward. Here's Bernardo to Fernandes. Cross to the back post. Dealt with by Vargas. Here's Dalot. And squared in and 3-0. It's Ramos, I think, again with a goal. Squeezes in at the near post. And 3-0. And that will be game, set, and match for Portugal. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And that will be Portugal going through and Switzerland going out. Good work that from Diogo Dalot. Through the legs of Yann Sommer from Ramos. And into the bottom corner. And the Swiss fans disappointed. The Portuguese fans jubilant. That will be Portugal going through. All too easy. All too easy. And what we're starting to see here is a little bit of a gap appearing between some of the teams and their quality. England far superior to Senegal with no Sadio Mane. Portugal far superior to Switzerland. Brazil far superior to South Korea. France far superior to Poland. Netherlands far superior to the United States of America. Argentina in the end superior to Australia. The only ones really that have been driven, have been close games, is Japan, Croatia, and Morocco, Spain, which has gone the distance both to penalties. So I'm hoping we're going to be in for some pretty close ties for the quarter-final. Morocco against Portugal will be taking place Saturday 3 p.m. France, England will be taking place on Saturday at 7 p.m. The winner of them two ties will meet in the semi-final 2 on Wednesday. In the other half of the draw, as Portugal burst forward again, as Felix's shot is dragged. Wants a corner from a deflection on Akanji. I think he's got one. Netherlands taking on Argentina could be a very close game. And you also got Croatia taking on Brazil. So my predictions for the quarterfinals. I think Argentina will narrowly beat the Netherlands. I think Brazil will beat Croatia comfortably. I think Portugal, if they turn up and play like they have today, will be too strong for Morocco. And my heart tells me England's going to do France, but realistically, you think France is going to win that game. So my prediction, France. So France against Portugal and Argentina against Brazil in my semi-final picks. As the corner comes in, headed by Pepe into the leg of Rodriguez. And should set things up really nicely. So you've got the potential here of the South American giants meeting in the semi-final, Argentina and Brazil. You've got the potential of the first ever African team making it to the semi-final of the World Cup, as well as Sau and Frula come off for Switzerland, and Seferovic and Zakaria come on, but seems too little too late in my opinion. And you've also got the current world champions, and you've got the European Championship finalist and World Cup semi-finalist England as well. With the It's Coming Home brigade going into overdrive should England beat France on Saturday night. There'll be a lot of sore heads on Sunday morning. That does happen. Breel Embolo's just steamrolled Ruben Dias. Nice. I always think Coke tastes nicer in a bottle. Here comes Portugal again. Chance for a 4. Bernardo. 4. Sorry, Raphael Guerreiro, not Bernardo. Raphael Guerreiro with a 4 for Portugal. And this is, quite frankly, too easy. Switzerland are being torn to shreds. And if I'm Portugal, I'm making my 5 subs and I'm getting my players rested, ready for Morocco. Easy peasy that for Portugal. Really easy. Good finish that from Guerreiro. Into the roof of the net once more. Cracking finish. Easy peasy. Been too easy. It's men against boys, this game. Really has been a case of men against boys. And all too easy. What's this meaning for my bet mate? detrimental, I'm sure, because I've not got Guerreiro in it. I made the mistake of putting too many Switzerland players in it. They're getting absolutely dicked here. Yeah, 72nd place, not going well. Really not going well. Which is frustrating. Yeah, really frustrating this. In terms of my bet mate. I've not got my bet mates right at all yet, have I? So the quarterfinals are complete. Netherlands, Argentina, Croatia, Brazil, France, England, Morocco and Portugal are your last 8. Who wins? That's a goal for Switzerland. It's Akanji. 4-1. That's good for my bet mates. Akanji getting me some points. It's 4-1 here. Kanji at the back post. And 4-1. That's the Costa's clean sheet gone. It might be quite interesting should Switzerland find a goal in the next 5 minutes. Make it a 2-goal game again. Surely no more than a consolation goal. Things are coming together there between Schar and Fernandes. The referee says, up you get. Nothing given as Schar is on a yellow card, don't forget. What does that mean for my bet mate now? I've got a Kanji. Got me probably a few more points. Yeah, look at that. Up 10 places, up to 62nd. Up to 62nd. If Shaqiri can get a goal and Embolo can get a goal, then could be in for a good game and maybe right up there. So at the moment, 62nd on 33.5 points. As Commert has gone into the book for Switzerland. For a little claw in the face of Bruno Fernandes. Ball gets sent towards Felix, dealt with by Switzerland. And out for a throw into Portugal. Mixid says, not the easiest thing to get. Absinthe. Also, Mixid, couple of questions if you're watching still. So just type yes that you are watching, then I'll ask the questions. There's Switzerland looking to try and break through again. Here's Rodriguez. Here is Akanji. Zakaria now. Granit Xhaka. To Rodriguez. Squares it across off the back of Dalot. Is Comet. Vargas. But yeah, Mixid is in the chat, so that's good. Good enough for me. Mixid, tickets for Blackburn. Are they paper tickets or printed? So corner here, scored off the last one, Switzerland. What can they do from this one? Doesn't beat the first man. Headed clear by Dalot. And header comes back in straight to Costa. So just under 30 minutes of normal time remaining. 29 minutes. So we're going to added time. 3 goals still for Switzerland to find to get back in this. Are we going to see a comeback? Are we going to see a World Cup classic? Imagine if Portugal blow it. Rodriguez will have done well to have stayed on side there. Pass comes back from Dalot to Costa. Hit out for a throw into Switzerland. Cross comes in from Switzerland once more. Pepe deals with this one, and it's cleared out for a throw-in. And that's going to be a free kick every day of the week for Portugal. Shaqiri on Oviedo, out for a free kick then, right next to their own corner flag, which Costa, I think, is going to send long. So Costa does send it long and out of play. Too much bend on that. Here's Rodriguez. That's not a good pass, and it's out of play for a throw-in to Portugal. Crowd are chanting Ronaldo's name. They want to see who they've paid money for to come on. And out of play for a goal kick to Switzerland. Very dramatic jump. Is that Vargas? Zakaria finds Akanji then. I love that 2002 World Cup ball. Costs a lot of money to get your hands on that now. I've got the 2004 European Championship ball, which isn't bad. Right there. Probably better turn it this way so you can see the background. Can you see the background? Lying the way. You can see one of the balls. You can see the 2004 one there. There you go. That's the angle we want. There's my 2 dying cactus. I think you might be able to see a little bit of damage on it, which is where it's dying. Never mind. As Vargas goes off. And Okafor comes on. So just 24 minutes remaining here. Here's Felix. He looked offside. Portugal are in here. It's a lovely dink over the top. And I think the flag stayed down and Ramos has got another goal. A hat-trick. I'm going to wait to add the score on until I've seen the offside because Felix looked offside in the build-up. The flag never went up. And Ramos has a hat-trick. The problem is Ronaldo wants to get in the team. Ramos has got a hat-trick. It's Ramos that's going to be starting against Morocco, you'd think, not Ronaldo. So ball sent long. And I think Felix is onside, you know. And I think Ramos is. I think this is going to count. And I think that's going to be 5-1. And that's the end of the comeback and the end of the game. It's a good finish from Ramos to dink it over Sommer. And to be fair, seen quite a few dinks at this World Cup. Chips and dinks. Here's a very nice ball as Switzerland come forward. Dealt with well by Portugal. Denis Zakaria penalised. How many is it going to be for Portugal? Portugal, this is, if it remains the same, it's going to be the most convincing win of the last 16. And what I was expecting to be a close game. A narrow game, a boring game. As we are now just one subscriber short of 27,700. So if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, you could have the pleasure of being my 27,700th subscriber. And we can tick that live subscriber count across. That's a cracking ball across and Bruno Fernandes can't tap it in. We're just one subscriber away. Been a real plug during the World Cup, this. Been long and hard. But we've got 2 watch-alongs for the quarterfinals, 2 watch-alongs for the semi-final. Don't know about the third place playoff, we'll see. We'll do the final. So 5 watch-alongs left. Maybe 6 if I can be bothered doing the third, fourth playoff. So we're only going to miss out on 2 more games. And they're the 2 3 p.m. games. The 2 3 p.m. games are going to be Croatia, Brazil, and Morocco, Portugal. That'll be Netherlands, Argentina on Friday night, followed by France, England on Saturday. Shot comes in from Zakaria, blocked and out for a corner to Switzerland. Akanji forward once more. So Akanji's coming home. He's joining Rodri and Laporte on the plane back to Abu Dhabi is where they'll be going. Short distance to travel. Imagine the players. Will they be sent on holiday in Abu Dhabi? I imagine they might, you know. Might just be told book private accommodation and spend 7 to 10 days in a nice hotel, relaxing by the pool. Nice winter sun, maybe. Or they might get 10 to 14 days off, you never know. I reckon City will want them back, so I reckon they might send them away for a week, then tell them to come to Abu Dhabi for a week. Wonder how it'll work for the last 16. That's the question. We're waiting for De Bruyne and Gundogan to turn up, and I don't think they'll be back for another week. Big cheer. I think Ronaldo might be coming on. Like a free kick to Portugal, not given. And it is given in the end. So some subs being made by Portugal. Smile on the face of Ronaldo. He's not had much to smile about over the last month. Captain's armband given to Ronaldo by Pepe. So Ramos comes off. Ronaldo's going to come on. Otavio's going to come off. And so Joao Felix. Who's the other two coming on? It is Vitina and Ricardo Horta also coming on. It's crazy that Ronaldo's been going for so long. He made it to the European Championships 2004. He was at the World Cup 2006. So he's been going for that long. And that's why I thought Ronaldo was going to do a couple more seasons in Europe, because you'd more than likely be in the Portugal squad for the European Championships in 2024. Have we hit our subscriber goal? Not yet. Soon. Soon come. That's going to be a free kick for Switzerland. Ronaldo is exactly what's holding Portugal back. Yeah, I agree. And that's going to be a free kick against Bernardo Silva. Not a Ronaldo knuckleball goal. That's what the crowd want. Bit far out. Top of the league. Partner is Portuguese as well. What do they think of Ronaldo? Can't stand the manager. Is it Santos, the manager? Yeah, it looks like Ronaldo's going to try and attempt a knuckleball. Smells the headlines in the big moment. Julia, the only word I can say is obrigado. That's it of Portuguese. Ronaldo with a free kick straight into the wall. Here's Bruno Fernandes. And good chasing down that from Embolo. And out for a throw-in. But in the stands by Diogo Costa. Can't stand the manager. Can't stand Ronaldo. Fair enough. And Portugal look good for potentially making a semi-final spot for the World Cup. Probably got the most, on paper, most favourable draw. I think Brazil would be pretty happy with Croatia. I think Argentina would be pretty happy with the Netherlands. It's France, England. Well, I reckon the French are very arrogant. I can see the French being very happy with playing England. Rubbing their hands at that. You can just imagine the scenes in Paris. I like the official boycott of French items that's been going on. Not allowed to eat croissants or baguettes. Garlic's a big no-no. Macaroons. I was going to say snails. I don't really eat snails here. Top of the league. I'm going to presume Obrigada is the same. Oh, it's slang. I thought, is it like thank you and thanks? Maybe? I'm not sure. Like I said, the only word I know is obrigado. And that's from my time in Portugal when I used to thank waiters and the cleaners and the hotel staff and things. Doesn't go any further than that, my Portuguese. In fact, my language knowledge isn't very good. French isn't very good. Spanish isn't very good. Italian, poor. Don't know any German. I know one word of Portuguese. Don't really know much else. Sporting Club de Portugal. Sporting CP. Very nice. Nice place, Portugal. Yeah, you see, they learn it a lot better. Their education and schooling on languages are very good in Europe. Fascinating. See it a lot when I go on holiday. People able to just change their language up like it's nothing. Going from one language to another. I've never been to northern Portugal. I've only been to I went to a place called Carvalho. And we flew into... where did we fly into? Somewhere in the Algarve. Can't remember what the airport's called now. The Algarve airport. It's very annoying. I've forgotten what it's called. Faro. Glad you're on it. Faro Airport. And it's not a million miles away from the Spanish border as Bernardo Silva comes off. Ruben Neves comes on. I'd quite like to go to Lisbon. I'd like to go and see Benfica's ground. The Estadio de Luz would be good. They have that place north. Is it north or is it south of Lisbon? Where they got their massive waves. All the surfers head there. That'd be very interesting to go and view. Madeira's nice. Got family members that have been to Madeira before. I heard the Azores are nice. The Portuguese islands. My only problem with Madeira is it's not very warm. Might be very insulting when I say this, but it's like a cooler Canary Island. Never seems to have the weather that the Canary Islands do, but the Canary Islands aren't the warmest of places either. Good place for winter sun, but we went in the summer to Tenerife. Wasn't brilliant, but we went to Fuerteventura a few years back. That was very nice. Was it nice in the Azores? I'd quite like to go to the Azores. That'd be good. I love a good holiday. We've got Iceland coming up. There's COVID for you. I've had many holidays cancelled. I've lost a holiday to Chicago and Orlando. I lost a holiday to Tenerife. I lost a holiday to New York. Is there anywhere else I lost? I think they were the ones. As Ronaldo's been set away here, but the ball's just beyond him and picked off by the defender. Yeah, I lost them holidays. Did manage to get to Tenerife. We've not managed to get back to Orlando. Not managed to get back to Chicago. Not managed to get to New York. And got no plans to go there either. And we've got... I lost a holiday to Dortmund. Got City. So that's on the bucket list again. Try and get a holiday to Dortmund at some point. As Ronaldo set away this time, he's miles offside, but the flag's going to stay down until he puts the ball in the net. And then the flag's going to go up now. As he was then miles offside. That would have been a class trip to go to Sporting. And then Ronaldo is offside. Did not manage to get to the final in Porto. Portugal just knocking the ball around now. Portugal are going through. Portugal are heading through. Going to be taking on Morocco Saturday afternoon. And then we've got England Saturday night. France, England. It's going to be big. We're going to be live again on Friday night with the Netherlands taking on Argentina. It'll be a good game. For a place in the semi-final, for the pleasure of taking on earlier in that day. Croatia, Brazil is the first game of the quarterfinals to get underway. Here is Switzerland inside the penalty area. They go for a shot, picked off the heels by, was it Fernandes? Top of the league, my name's Jay. Just call me Jay. I'll settle on Jay. Jay's a good name. I like to be called Jay. I answer to Jay. We answer to Jay. Am I Manchester-based? I am Greater Manchester-based. Counts as the same thing. Ish. Depending on what your views are. Ish. I'm a Lancashire lad. Proper Lancashire lad. Ireland, I like it. That's a cracking ball. And Ronaldo nearly was in for a volley. Nearly gets it in off his shin and out for a goal kick. Brian asks, who starts then for the game against Liverpool? Ortega Moreno in goal. Man of the match performance against Chelsea in the last round. So Stefan Ortega Moreno starts for me. Rico Lewis at right back. Sergio Gomez at left back. With Akanji coming home and and Laporte coming home. They start for me. in that game as well at centre-back. Midfield, as Rafael Leao comes on for Bruno Fernandes. In midfield, I would have Gundogan, De Bruyne and Cole Palmer. And I would have... Give a bit of a rest. Actually, we could go Rodri. Could be Rodri. Rodri, Gundogan, De Bruyne, Mahrez, Palmer, Haaland, possibly. As you're based in West Marion. Very nice. Never been to Ireland either. I'd like to go. They've upped the price of flights, unfortunately. I want to get to the Guinness Storehouse in Dublin. Check that out. Would be a good trip. I've never been to Ireland. I've not been to Northern Ireland either. Not set foot in the island of Ireland. Yeah, I've got a trip to Iceland in June. Is my holiday next year. We are hiring a camper van and we're going to do a couple of weeks travelling around the island, visiting the different glaciers, the volcanoes, they've got hot springs, there's all kinds of wildlife, seals, whales, puffins, which would be good to see. We're going to go and visit the Arctic Circle. Hoping to see a humpback whale. Be really good if we could see the orca dolphins. Would be good. You got the Blue Lagoon. There's obviously other lagoons as well. We'll see if we end up learning to scuba dive. It'd be really good because you can go and visit a very specific point where you can go and sit. You can go underwater and touch between two bits of rock, which are the two rocks separating the two continents of Eurasia and North America. So the European and the North American border splits through Iceland, and you can go and touch rocks on either side. So you're touching both sides of what they call the tectonic plates. Looks very good. You can go and snorkel there as well. Thank you very much, Top of the League. A lot of planning has gone into getting that sorted in the different places we want to go and visit. We're going to be flying into Keflavik, which is just south of Reykjavik. We're going to stay a night in Reykjavik because it doesn't look like there's too much to do in Reykjavik. And then we'll be on our way. We're living in the back of a van for 13 days, which will be fun. All during the Champions League final, of course. I'm going to miss the Champions League final, but there we go. Poor planning on my behalf. Sure, I'll be able to find it and tune in somewhere and watch the game. Won't be a watch along, but I'll be able to watch the game if City are in it, which I'm hoping they will be. It'll be good. As I can be an Iceland blue for the day. See if they've got a supporters group. There'll be a supporters group somewhere. Supporters groups everywhere. And that's a good idea. Good thinking, JSGC. Good thinking. Find the supporters group. Got an 8-metre camper. Never done it before. Never done living the van life and everything. Don't really know what I need. You get some, as a interface to 4 minutes added on. Got a stove included. There's a sink. There's no bathroom. So you have to find local campsites. I'm sure there'll be stopping points with bathrooms. Or you have to use the good old traditional Mother Nature. In the fields where no one can see you. Yeah, plenty of battery power. I mean, realistically, all I need, we've got a heater. There's Leao's in. A great effort. That's a brilliant finish. Rafael Leao, that's a cracking finish. 6-1. This is Portugal sending their statement out. There is an electrical hookup. The fan company's supplying all that kind of stuff. Just need our... We've got an Udi. We need blanket, sleeping bag, comfy pillows. Because whilst it's very nice and it is the summer that we're going to Iceland, it is also still quite cold. Warmest it gets there is 15 degrees. Can drop as low as 5 degrees. So it's not the warmest. So, it's not shorts and t-shirts weather. And I reckon by the end of the holiday, all I'll be craving is 35 degrees of sunshine. I think Yann Sommer, if he could be bothered there, could have made an effort to have dived and potentially saved that shot. He's rooted to the ground. Does he not see it till late? I'm not sure. Maybe he's just given up because he knows that they're going out and he can't be bothered. Nice is Yann Sommer. Still 2.5 minutes for potentially another goal. So, I think we'll end the live stream there. If we managed to tick it over. No, we're 1 subscriber short of that live subscriber count ticking over. So we'll see if we can do it whilst I go through my promos here at the end. So, thank you everyone for watching. Leave a thumbs up. 9 likes away from 30 likes. Can we hit that in the post-production? That is the question. That would be nice. Also, don't forget as well, leave your thoughts in the comments below if you're watching this after the game, or leave your thoughts in the live chat whilst we're live for a couple more minutes. Also, don't forget as well to go and check out my social media links. They're in the description below and also on the yellow banner too if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below and on the yellow banner too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Subscribe. Like I said, we're just 1 subscriber away from 27,700 subscribers and that live subscriber count ticking over. So any help towards that would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget as well to go and check out today's video sponsor. Thank you very much to BetMate for sponsoring today's video. Go and check them out. All the detailed links and everything are in the description. If you use code JSGC5 on sign up, you'll get yourself £5 in free bets. You do have to be 18 or over to gamble here in the UK, and also it is only available to those in the UK. It is a free app to download. You can use my link in the description, in the live chat, or the QR code on screen. And a big thank you to BetMate for sponsoring this video. Anyone that does download and check out BetMate's app and download using my link and also uses my code JSGC5 on sign up does help to support the future content created here on my channel, and it does keep these videos coming for you guys. Top of the league, all the best. Thank you very much for tuning in. Yeah, catch you at the City game when you're next there. And Julia definitely wouldn't have predicted that scoreline, but there we go. So last thing needing to do is we need to head on to BetMate as the full-time whistle does go, and it finishes here. Portugal 6, Switzerland 1. Switzerland are out at the last 16 stage of the Qatar 2022 Winter World Cup. They exit the competition. Manuel Akanji will go away now for a couple of weeks before joining back up with the Manchester City squad, and Portugal progress to take on Morocco. Quarterfinals are complete. It's Netherlands taking on Argentina on Friday night. First, on Friday afternoon, it's Croatia taking on Brazil. Then on Saturday afternoon, you've got Morocco taking on Portugal. Before Saturday night, we'll see France take on England. So Netherlands or Argentina will play Croatia or Brazil in the semi-final one on Tuesday, next Tuesday night. So this time next week, we'll know our first finalist. And the match between Morocco and Portugal and France-England, winners of them 2 games, will play each other on Wednesday night in the semi-final with the place in the final at stake. John, thanks very much. Better late than never. We're just about to end the stream. I've finished 56th on BetMate today. Mid-table, not great, not bad either. Shout out to B3 Annie, or Beanie, I presume that is, finishing on 79 points, 1 point clear of Filthy Animal with a PH02. Well done to Filthy Animal 02 though, finishing second on 78 points, winning £112.50, but it's Beanie who takes the £190.50 prize pot. With Raphael Guerreiro, captain, grabbing him 26 points. Vice-captain Dalot getting him 9 points as well as having Felix and Ramos in there. Costa in goal, Fernandes. Freuler as well was his midfielder, working wonders there and winning £190.50. So well done to Beanie there on winning the pot. And we will be back on Friday for the live watch along with Netherlands, Argentina. So I will see you then. I'll have the link out to that later on in the week. We'll have more City videos out for you guys to enjoy. And I'll see you all again real soon. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their evening. And I will see you all again soon. Matheus, come join me on my live stream again on Friday, and I will answer your question in full detail as I'm ending that one there. We're one subscriber short of 27,700 subscribers, so subscribe if you are new round here, and I'll see you all again very soon. Obrigado. I don't know what your welcome is in Portuguese, but yeah, thank you very much for tuning in, top of the league, and keeping me company during the second half and keeping a nice friendly chat there. It helps these watch-alongs go quick for me, particularly when the game is dead like this one with Portugal winning by 6-1. So thank you everyone for tuning in, and I'll see you all again real soon. Peace.